It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Caps and the Panthers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today we've got Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. Looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt. That could really change momentum of this game in a hurry.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and that'll bring up second down. Defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL. Oh, Young loses it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Tua able to get away. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Taking it about the 1. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Okay, ready? So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Young will set to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, maybe that ball's 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They'll throw again. Young. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Young on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cavs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his 1st year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, the Rio offense set to take over. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But of course...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cavs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The Young's going to throw for this. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game without a few carries. You got to get that number up to around 15.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll run with Patterson. he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First down, Panthers.
On first down, going back to Patterson. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We can look at this defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there.
They've got his man complete. And what a big-time play there. 45 yards. Now a first down throw for Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Caps are able to widen their advantage. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Tua now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get two or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way.
Cordell Patterson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to power it in with Arma. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Alex Arma, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That throw by Young incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll on 4th down here. That pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver. brings out this offense.
He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot. Start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. That's caught. Touchdown. Devon A-Chain. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Caps are able to move back in front.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Tua.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Handoff running left, Patterson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cordero Patterson
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have yet again retaken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down on the scoreboard, you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. Out of his end zone, Young. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
And they take this up near the 40 before he's taken down. Again, it's Young.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
The offense on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
And the Panther first down.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. Christian Gonzalez up to make the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Young.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Young. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air once more, Young.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Toss it out right here to Patterson.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Tua going to throw.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo.
And got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. 1st down, Panthers.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. Now the Rio offense set to take over. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle on his way to a historic performance of 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Caps are an extra point away from drawing level. Now here's Young. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. His throw incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pen.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. D.J. Johnson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd down, here's Patterson. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On the set. Fight. White.
On 1st and 10, Young. And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw, Young. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top. And this is taken in at the 5.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. The frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Now Young to throw from his end zone. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete.
Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
Tyquan Fulton, 98 yards. And the Caps have retaken a third-quarter lead. The Young's going to throw for this.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
D.J. Johnson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Here's Tua. He's got a man complete. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Patterson running between the tackles. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Cordero Patterson. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Ready?
Young on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You always think about picking up the 1st down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Patterson is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. 1 play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
That throw by Young incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turn.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Tua. And this one is incomplete.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 37 yards. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 44 yards. And the Caps have got it back to within a score. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last episode. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Darnay Holmes. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. It's so far solid, and we're still in the third quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. There's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
He'll try to make it more here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a first down throw for Young. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes, and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
From the 35, here's second down and 1.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, a run with Patterson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cordero Patterson from 17 yards out. And the Panthers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Young looks to throw on first down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
That throw by Young incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He completes this one to Mingo. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Carolina.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll go again with Patterson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cordero Patterson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. That throw by Young incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now he's into the clear again, inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
174 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on.
They'll run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A 21-yard attempt.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's Young on 1st down. They'll let this go for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
This has just really been a solid 2nd half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he returns this to the 22. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard.
It got his man complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
1st and 10, Young.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their